So I'm having a chat with Ollie of FOXHAUNT. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Good, yeah, not too bad. Thanks so much. So we've been playing a couple of tracks of yours. Adding to the playlist this week is Room to Grow. Tell us a little bit about the single.
Yes, it's a bit of a different one for us, actually. It's a bit of a softer one. But it doesn't finish like that. But yeah, it's a bit more of a sadder song of ours. And basically, it's all about how you were remembered by those who you've lost or lost touch with, and how if they saw you now, you'd be seen so differently. So yeah, it's all about wanting to make people that you care for feel proud, and just ruin the day that you've been a bit of a letdown, really. And yeah, like I said, it's lyrically, it's probably the most emotive on the EP, and we just wanted to show a different side to our sound as well, because I think we've always done like quite hard rock songs and kind of gone straight in with guitars and stuff like that. But this one, we kind of dialed it back a little bit, and yeah, started off with like nice vocal melodies and yeah, like the softer guitars as well, which you can hear. But obviously, it does build up and kicks in pretty hard at the end as well.
Yeah, definitely. And it's, as you mentioned, it's coming off a new EP of yours, Division Culture. What can people expect to hear when they get a chance to take a listen?
Yeah, so like this is off the back of our last EP, Mindset. So Division Culture, we really wanted to follow that up with something that we could be proud of. And yeah, I think the theme to this EP is very much still, yeah, the hard guitars and the riffs that we'd like to put in and make it something that people can get really excited for when we're playing live and also on record. But then also trying to just drive the vocal melodies and that side of things a bit harder as well, so like something that people can sing along to, really. And yeah, I think like the general theme of the EP lyrically is it's just kind of taking into account like modern day life and like how it's so different nowadays, and thinking about like the negative effects of like social media and things like that, and looking at how like the world is like split in two, and there's kind of the good and the bad, and there seems to be no middle ground at the moment. So that's kind of like the theme to the EP, and that's like our title track as well was Division Culture, which is all about that. So yeah, and that comes out on April 7th, which we're pretty buzzing for.
Yeah, absolutely. And following on from that, you've got a few live dates coming up across April and one in May at the moment, but you can't wait to be playing live again. Yeah,
definitely. Like that's where we just come alive, really. We obviously love writing and things like that, and it's great to be able to do that again. But yeah, especially after the pandemic and having like 2 years off, coming back and being able to tour again is just what it's all about. So yeah, we kick off with a big one in Leeds. It's our headline show. So we're really excited for that. And then we've got St Albans, London, and Peterborough as well, which we'll be doing with two of the bands called High Regard and Dead Reynolds. So it should be a really good string of dates. And then we got Newcastle in May as well, which is going to be great as well.
Yeah, most definitely. And we'll then be into festival season. Are you hoping to be on some festival lineups this summer?
Yeah, we're hoping so. We've got a couple that we're due to announce, some kind of smaller ones, but then, yeah, just waiting to see on some bigger things coming in, hopefully, during the summer. So, yeah, definitely keen to try and get as many locked in as possible because, it's obviously a great time of the year, isn't it? And, yeah, everyone will be loving festival season again this year for the second year in a row after, like, COVID and stuff. So we kind of want to get on the circuit as well.
Yeah, great stuff. Now, I'd like to talk about a little bit about the writing process for you guys. So how do tracks start off? How do things start for you? Is it lyrics first? Is it a melody first? How do things kind of start off?
Yeah, I think for me, when I'm like writing vocals as well, obviously we've got Tom, who is a very talented guitarist, and we're lucky to have him. He does kind of take the lead on like the actual songwriting themselves in terms of like the guitars and things like that. And he'll usually send over an idea, and for me, like, it all comes from the melody, and I kind of write the lyrics based around that, and that's the thing that gives me the inspiration, really. I find that, like, if there's songs that we're writing and I can't get a melody which I'm like really happy with, I kind of leave it to one side and come back to it. But yeah, the lyrics seem to just flow really nicely once I've like cracked the melody, really. So yeah, that's like where I start off, and I think it's an important one. Like, I don't like to fit lyrics in and around a melody, and just I kind of like want to work back from nailing the melody and fit the lyrics in with that, because I just feel like it makes the song nicer, and definitely for the listeners, it just gives them something that hopefully they can then remember and get that little hook, and that's like the key thing I try and build into the songs that we write as well.
Yeah, good. And once you've got kind of the demos sorted, how does it work for you once you step foot into a studio to record it?
Yeah, so we're actually really lucky that we've got a great producer and sound engineer called Robin Adams. He's become a really good pal of ours as well. He's worked with Architects and Blood Youth and bands like that. So we've been working with him now for the last few releases we've done. And yeah, like, I think demos are really important for us just to have like that structure, but we always go into the studio to have a bit of an open mind, and he's really good at giving us kind of areas that we can improve and helping us with, I suppose, just being a bit of a fifth member, but it's kind of detached from it. So yeah, this time round, we actually didn't, usually we always record drums first, but actually this time we just programmed some drums in to start with, and then we got going with that guitars and vocals first, because we found that we could fit in the drums around the final guitars and vocals and kind of make that a bit of a feature themselves, rather than just being something that's kind of standardized and writing around the drum sounds. We wanted to kind of get the drums in there so we could kind of accent the different riffs, and the way that Tom writes, he likes to put different guitar melodies in there, which can kind of bring the song to life, and we wanted to make sure the drums match that as well. And that kind of comes across really in cycles as well. I think like the verses for that, you can hear that the drums are nailed on with the guitars and the vocals, and nothing clashes as well. So I think us working like that has been, yeah, really nice in terms of like a fresh approach, and just kind of adds another string to our bow as well when we're writing, which is really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Ollie, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be on.